just saying, I'm in marketing, so I have this knowledge of the way your brains are used against you to get you to buy stuff. But I also am privy to information about how these massive corporations also push these technologies, like RFID chips. You get those at the health department, sure, but did you know that companies are pushing that because they're able to use it to sell you products? At least that's what they'll tell you.
And it's a wide open discussion, here. And of course, we've gotten into one of the resounding and constantly echoing messages that I go to, which it does sound kind of counterintuitive for what it is I do half the time, because I do utilize these allegedly social networks to promote the stuff I'm doing. But at the same time, I tell people they need to unplug. They need to stop involving themselves in the surrogate reality. That's how I kind of, pigeonhole the whole thing in one spot. As I say, it's the surrogate reality, and if you invest yourselves in that emotionally, you're taking away from real life, real things around you, and you're being completely made unaware of the reality that is just, once again, all around. Right?
It's deeper than that. It's right on your phone. I mean, you can't walk around anymore. Somebody's face isn't buried in their phone. You can't sit down at the dinner table without faces buried in their phones. It's right in front of you. It's too easy to comply with. So why should it might as well be drugs,
Well, it's funny that you say that. Back in 1995, something like that, is when virtual reality was, a thing. I went to a science fiction convention, and there was a panel. I think Lawnmower Man 2 was out. Flop of a movie, but the premise of the movie is that the villain or whatever distributes a narcotic throughout the interweb or whatever. And one of the guests asked the speaker, is that possible? Can you do that? Can you create digital narcotics? And the speaker said, you don't understand. The internet is the drug. And that was when I was 15. Man, now thinking back, that's like a prophet from the Old Testament speaking that in my memory, because that's exactly what it's become. It's become a narcotic. And I'm telling you that because I can even feel the pull on myself. I'm not above it, but I'm aware of the problem. But, I can only imagine there are some people who live in there. They live in it. It is all these guys who are against the New World Order and singularity and man merging with machine. I'm sorry, it's too late. It's too late. The needle is already in the vein. And it's going to go one way, but we're really getting off into some stuff there. But it's too late. Man has merged with machine. Could you imagine?
One of the earliest shows that I did, I got a lot of crap for basically at the end of a discussion like this saying that Skynet is online, so yes. What are we talking about? And you're already in the virtual reality. The Matrix has already been erected, and long before you turned on your computer. This is the reality we find ourselves in. It doesn't have to continue that way, but it's all about the choice. So, red pill or blue pill, you've already elected to swallow them both.
Yeah.
It's over. Okay? Now, if you want to try and dial it back, if you want to try and, restore your humanity, that's what you'll be doing, is restoring it. You're going to have to claim it by restoring it. And people were like, well, that's a crazy concept. What's wrong with you? Okay, you think so. We're not fighting against these things. These things are already here. The Matrix has already been built. You were born into it.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to extract yourself, that's not the easiest trick in the world. And, so there you go. And it was, I don't even know why I got static for that.
Some people don't know it. That's like an addict or an alcoholic. They don't want to admit they got a problem. They don't want to admit that they got a problem. What do you? If you admit to your premise that you just said, what are you admitting to? You're trying to tell me I'm a slave, Chuck. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me that I'm in bondage. And you're just back in the cave, man. You're back in Plato's cave. Some dude, I was talking to, I think he's my nephew, because he's like one of those long-lost nephews, but we were talking about it briefly today, about Plato's allegory of the cave. You know, when you're the one who actually gets unshackled and you look behind you and you see the flickering flames, and then you rise up in the cavern, and then you finally see the sunlight, and you come back in down in the cave and you try to tell those dudes with their faces, stuck to the shadows on the wall, you try to tell them, this is fake. This is a simulation. That is all this is. They're going to kill you. You're getting nailed to a cross, baby.